And ultimately, we make bespoke entertainment products, and we aim to make the best ones in the world. And technology should make it easier for our incredibly creative people to innovate. But for better or for worse, and I happen to think it's very much for the better, those tools are not going to replace anyone. So unlike some of our competitors who are announcing opportunities to save hundreds of millions of dollars with AI, I've said since the beginning that the history of new technology
100% make Lucy a
in the
BBW.
interactive entertainment business is efficiencies are indeed created, but then we find ways to do bigger and bigger things, and you know, we actually don't reduce the cost of doing those things, but we can meaningfully increase the quality. And what does meaningfully increase the quality mean for us? It means making bigger and bigger hits that appeal to more and more consumers. And that's our job. Our job is not to lead in technology.
Extend a look behind a paywall for 6 hours, absolutely wild. Yeah, it's not very good, eh? It's pretty predatory. It's pretty predatory.
You mentioned in your prepared remarks that you think 27 will be an inflection point in your company's history. Obviously, that's a strong statement. I'm sure there's an obvious answer as well. But I am curious sort of what that means to you exactly when you say that, and maybe details on why you believe that. And we've got a quick follow-up.
Okay.
Well, it's obviously a great question. And I think the point is that if you look historically at really, really big releases for this company, and I'm thinking obviously of Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead, they didn't just affect us positively for a quarter. They had ongoing effects on our company. And we also have this massive pipeline that's, we think, quite extraordinary. And we have live services, and we have a catalog. So if you believe, as I said, I do before, that there are opportunities in terms of organic growth, because the market is growing and because we're trying to extend into other markets, and we have a pipeline, and we have what we believe is a huge release coming up, there's a lot of fuel for the fire.
Nice. As a follow-up to the streaming comment, I think you said that you think we could have a commercial streaming solution within 3 years that would solve the latency problem. Strauss, it feels like we've been down this road at least twice. But I'm curious to hear that. Obviously, the TAM's exciting at 10 times. We've heard that before, but it's never really materialized. So is there something that you're seeing different today in terms of the tech solution, or some change that's sort of giving you better visibility that we could actually have a real streaming solution in the future? Because obviously that would be a sea change to the industry.
It is a very fair and accurate comment. And even when we supported Stadia some years ago, we talked in
Google Stadia. Oh my God!
Concerns about latency, and
Netflix and YouTube means a plan to gain more money. So smart, true.
Like nuclear fusion. Which is
sounds like he's in the boiler room. Yeah, where the hell is he talking from?
I don't think that's the case here because of enormous advances in hyperscaler networks and advances in edge network technology. And I think, for example, there's one player in the market that's looking at rolling out a significant edge network that would address latency, at least in the US. So I picked 3 years kind of because we know it's not tomorrow, but I don't think it's 5 years. But of course I could be wrong. We're not betting, any of our company on this. We just see it as another one of the many embedded call options in our security.